The chairman of one of India's largest private sector banks recently told me that technology is the new arms race when it comes to banking and financial services. Do you agree with this? And when it comes to technology, what are you doing to enhance the play? You already have a app, YONO, and many other plans. What's the technology focus that you have?
I think technology is going to be central to everybody's agenda, not necessarily the banks. Banks, I think, adopted technology much earlier than many other industries. If you see the core bank itself is almost 25 to 30 years old, which means that today banking is heavily technology oriented. The payment services completely moved to digital and technology. So which means every financial services institution is not only spending on technology, trying to arrive at what is the right technology to use. So in SBI, we have been one of the pioneers in terms of technology adoption, both on the branch banking as well as on the digital banking. What is the next step in this technology? I think the 3 points which I mentioned right in the beginning about the resilience. It is important that while we create the digital channels or alternate channels, the availability of the channel is very important.
24/7.
24/7. And the customers probably will visit branch once in a week, but people visit digital channel 10 times in a day.
Absolutely.
Correct. So which means that we need to create that resilience in our digital channel. This is what we are extremely focusing. You mentioned YONO. YONO 2.0 is all about how do we increase the capability of this application to handle the volumes, growing volumes. Today, if you take away the financial inclusion customers, the Jan Dhan accounts, zero balance, which are not truly zero balance today, we have around 30 crore plus customers who are non-financial inclusion customers. But we have just about 8 crore customers on our YONO app. So we want to bring as many people as possible, both from the financial inclusion side as well as non-financial inclusion customers to come on the app, because
why has the gap remained, Mr. Setty?
No, that's what. I think the adoption, while we talk about a lot of adoption, in the financial services, the payments are picked up. But other financial services still, I think it's in the process. We want to bring as many people as possible on this, which means that your capability of this digital channel has to be strengthened to handle the volumes. My assumption is in next 3 to 4 years, it will grow 3.5 to 4x in terms of the traffic. So which means that we are investing in back-end technology, how we provide the resilience to the digital channels. So the availability will be ensured, and the simplification of journeys will be done both for the customers as well as our own employees, so that they can serve the customer better.
Before I move on to other matters, since you spoke about YONO 2.0, I'm just wondering, and in your entire career, you've had exposure to multiple aspects of banking, including technology. But what kind of size and shape do you see YONO 2.0 having, maybe 5 years or 3 years subsequently? Because when we talk to other people in this space, they even talk about a different evaluation and a metric for the app platform. Some others believe that app platforms can become omnibus and have other services also being retailed through it. What's therefore the long-term shape that YONO 2.0 will have eventually?
Yeah. YONO 1.0 itself was revolutionary when we launched it. You mentioned something about value-added services. It's not a pure banking app. Today, we sell many of the non-banking products also on the insurance, mutual funds, credit cards, through that. And we have created additionally a marketplace. Somebody wants to buy something on Amazon. We are asking them to list in our app. So it's a combination of marketplace, banking, and non-banking financial services. It was a revolutionary when it was launched, but a lot of people have caught up on that. So the next step, what we are trying to do in YONO 2.0 is, it was essentially a mobile offering. The technology what we have developed is customer journeys which were revisited were essentially to make it available on the mobile. And mobile is going to be a powerful device. I think this future of banking is all about how effectively you use the mobile platform.
Absolutely.
But we also have a large platform in terms of branch channel. We have a large platform in terms of internet banking, who are still people using desktop banking, right? And we have large number of feet on street, people who actually source applications for us. So we are trying to do in YONO 2.0 is not only about mobile application, we are reimagining our branch journeys, how feet on street will work, how contact center will work, and more importantly, how internet banking works with a common code. That means, if you start journey with the branch and you have some work to go to office, and you want to complete the rest of the journey on the mobile, you can start where you have left off. Today it's not possible because they're all silos.
What do you think, in your view, needs to be done to help revive demand and which will lead to creation of fresh investment?
I think all the enablers are in place in terms of the infrastructure, in terms of the taxation. Of course, corporate tax itself was brought down. What is important for the private investment to kick in is in terms of the demand, as you mentioned. My view is that we've been, of course, talking to the government also, that till the private investment kicks in, the heavy lifting has to be done by the government of India. I think heavy lifting was being done, and we wanted them to continue for some more time till the demand picks up in the environment. A couple of other reasons also. If you see, the first 2 quarters we have had one quarter elections, another quarter heavy rains in the system. We may or may not really feel the effect directly, but they definitely slowed down the investment, particularly on the government side, both on the center as well as state governments. And this Q3, Q4 onwards, probably the government expenditure will accelerate and creating the demand in the rural and urban areas. Rural, we are confident that rural will do better because the heavy rains in Kharif had added to the reservoir levels. There's a good crop, Rabi crop is going to be there, and good rural demand will have a significant effect on the overall consumption pattern.